Hey everybody, my name is May, and today we're going to talk about computers. So welcome everybody. If you don't know me, I'm actually a Twitch streamer who came over to make some YouTube content about electronics and video games. So if you want to subscribe to me on here, it would gratefully help me out, as only 11% of my audience actually is subscribed. And if you want to talk anytime, you can come over to my Twitch account and you can just give me a talk, give me a chat me up on gaming, chat me up on talking about electronics, anything that you want to talk about. So today we're going to be talking about computer parts, specifically the Intel i7-10700K. We're also going to be talking a little bit about graphics cards and how that might help you out a little bit more than this situation that I was in. But recently, I found myself in a position where I wanted to play Cyberpunk. I mean, everybody knows Cyberpunk. I don't even need to describe it to you. And I wanted to stream at the same time. However, my CPU usage was at 100%. While graphics card usage was at about 90. So I knew that I could run the game. However, I couldn't do anything about it to stream the game at the same time, which sucked for me. However, I went out and got myself a new motherboard, a new processor, and some new RAM. So we're going to be taking a look at everything that I've done, and for you guys, everything that you could possibly do to help you out on your personal situation. It might be a lot different than mine, as you guys might not be streamers, or you might be just a typical gamer who wants to play games but can't run these new games like the new Modern Warfare on your computer, or Cyberpunk, or any of these other games that you might not be getting a solid 30 or even 60 FPS on, that you want to get that at. Alright, so first things first, I want to show you guys the importance of the CPU. Now, going into this, it says 0 up here because it said it was missing my SSD. However, I definitely have 2 SSDs in my system. Don't know what went wrong there, but this is a performance test that was generated by userbenchmark.com, and essentially disregard this because this thinks that it's missing a SSD. However, we're looking at these two right here. Basically, the CPU that I've upgraded to, the 10700K, is phenomenal, is what it says. It ranks with a gaming score of 89.3%. Now, with graphics card, it does say that I need to upgrade that, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Again, I want to talk about my struggles, and I want to talk about your guys' struggles as well. I know that everyone is different with their needs. And then we can disregard pretty much everything else on this page. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of my issue. Then we'll start talking about your guys's. First off, you can see this is what I had before. It was a 6-core FX 6350, and now I have the i7-10700K. This was AM3, and this was AM4. Or I guess they might have a different standard. I believe it's like LD 1200 or something like that. But essentially, with these two, you can see that they score way different down here. With this saying K, it means that it's unlocked. So traditionally, it is supposed to be at 3.8. However, on my computer, I get around 4.7 GHz whenever I'm doing anything. And that's what I've seen from my task manager and from a few other programs that I've run. You can see down here, these two are kind of what I needed it for. Compared to gaming, disregard this because you're not going to game on anything except if you have a graphics card. But with desktop and with the workstation, that's what I needed it for. Obviously, I was doing way too many things at once, being streaming and playing a video game at the same time, which apparently was way too much for it. So with my situation, this is what helped me. If you're looking for a better CPU, this is going to be the one for you. I mean, right now we're looking at a price of about $350. That's how much I paid for mine in order to upgrade this kind of stuff. I did have to buy a new motherboard and new RAM and everything because I was going from DDR3 to DDR4. So mine ended up costing a lot more of an upgrade than it naturally should have. But if you're looking to do something like me where you want to stream at the same time and you want to play the video games and that's not working very well, no matter what game it is, no matter what streaming program you run, whether it be OBS or Streamlabs, which I run Streamlabs, maybe you run Stream Elements, maybe your computer can't handle all that. So this situation was perfect for me. Now I want to talk about upgrading your computer as a whole. Essentially there's two different things that you might need to do. I want you guys, when you're upgrading, to take a look at your task manager. So essentially what you're going to want to do when upgrading is look at this performance tab. So right here your graphics card might not show all the way. However, you might want to download something like Afterburner from MSI. It's a free program that shows you exactly what your GPU clock is, and it'll show you if you need to basically upgrade your graphics card or your CPU. If your CPU is running at 99% when you're doing both things at the same time, or 100% like mine was, then it might be time to upgrade your CPU. However, for your GPU, if you're getting to right here, and this is the boost, this little red dot right here, this red triangle is the boost. If you're getting right here on everything that you do, you're going to want to most likely look into upgrading your graphics card. I'm saying all this because this was my situation where I had to upgrade my CPU, and I know everybody, like I've been saying this whole time, everybody's situation is different. I don't want you guys to think that one thing will solve your issue like it did mine. If you want to play at the best graphics, you're going to need the best graphics card. However, if you just want to do two things at once, you're going to need that extra boost in the CPU area. Essentially, my experience with the 10700K has changed my life. I've been able to do so much more, and even editing this video so far has been insanely fast. But I get that also has to do with the RAM that I got, but just anything in general that I've been doing has been either faster or better, or has been more useful, as streaming and playing a game has been so much better for me personally. Going into the GPU side of things, I really don't want everyone to just buy like a 3060 GTX 3060 Ti and stick it in their system and have issues, because that's not going to solve everything. Yeah, it's going to make your game look crisp and clean, but if you don't have the CPU to support it, then it's not going to be the best. Same goes with the CPU. I'm making this video because I want people to understand that I don't have that big of a graphics increase. I was playing on low before. I can stand medium. However, I can't play on high or ultra yet without getting a little bit of stutter lag, and that's because I haven't upgraded or touched my GPU. With the CPU that I've upgraded to, it's just allowed me to do more things at once. And if that's the type of person that you are, then perfect. That's going to be perfect for you. One more thing that I want to show you guys is the graphics cards that I was referring to just a moment ago. This is mine, and this is what you can buy for about $40 to $50 more than a CPU, the same CPU that I got. And you can see I even checked it right here. They are sold out right now, but expect them to be coming up soon to be sold. With the 3060 Ti, basically what you're getting is a 114% increase from what I have, which is insane. We're talking about everything is better. This is rank number 15. This is rank number 79. Now I know everybody has a different graphics card. Probably nobody has a 1060 with 3 gigabytes. I got mine pretty much the second that they released in 2017. It was about Q1 of 2017. You can see it released Q3 of 2016 here. If you're looking for better graphics, if you're not a streamer, if you're not a YouTuber who's recording at the same time or streaming at the same time, what you're going to want to do is get one of these bad boys. You're going to want to get a better GPU if you've already have the CPU to support it. I'm showing you this comparison again because I really don't want anybody to make a bad mistake. I made this mistake a few years back, and I want everybody to be corrected on it, especially if you're new to the computer building area. You can see that pretty much everything is better. However, we go back over here, your potential with this guy up here, the Core i7, is way better than anything that this could be with an older CPU. Alright, so disregarding overclocking, because I don't think everybody needs to know how to overclock. It is a nice feature. However, I don't even properly know how to overclock, so it's not something that I'm going to focus on. Just on base score, you could see that getting a new CPU will drastically increase your computer scores. Everything. That's a 700 point increase. Like, with 8 core, but I mean this only has 6 cores, so it makes sense. But still a 300 point boost for 4 cores and about a 100. I mean, this thing is marking double in every situation. Yeah, and you can see here 105%, 111, 212%. Getting yourself a new CPU will help you do the multitasking. Getting yourself a new GPU, a new graphics card, will be able to boost your gaming in ways that you couldn't even imagine. So going back on everything, what I'm trying to say is know your stuff before you buy it. I want you guys to not only watch this video, but watch 100 more videos on what you should do. We're talking things that are in the $200 to $1,000 range here, so I don't want you guys to blow your wallet on something and make a mistake and not be able to play the games or do the streaming or do what you want to do. Now, I know I'm not the biggest YouTuber or anything, and I know that you guys might think I don't know what I'm talking about, but those scores, you can go back and re-watch it, re-look at them. You can even test yourself on userbenchmark.com, like everything. You can pick every single part of your computer and see what you need to upgrade. I don't want you guys to make a huge mistake. I want you guys to go into the holiday season. I know it's late. I know it's the 15th when I release this video, but I know you guys are gonna go into the holiday season thinking, man, I really wish I could play these top title AAA games, when you need to know what to upgrade first on your computer. So I hope this video helps. I know it isn't really much, but I wanted to give you guys a little something on the 10700K and my experience with it. Outright flawless. Intel, if you're watching this video, for some strange reason you guys did phenomenal on this. You've made my life 100% easier to deal with in the computer side, and I just hope that everybody learned something that they didn't know before, or maybe looked at some other stuff that they normally wouldn't have looked at. So thank you again. I appreciate you, and again, if you're not subscribed, that would help me out the most. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.